Hey, what's up guys, TechVid Kid here. This right here is an Acer E15 576 laptop computer. So it's an Acer Aspire laptop. And today, we're gonna be repairing it. So let's get in right after the intro. Okay guys, so here's what the problem with this laptop is. It's that the display assembly is broken. As you can see here, whenever I try opening it, the hinge on this side of the laptop keeps on bending and trying to flex the display. So, what do we have and what do we need? So we need a screwdriver kit, the laptop itself, duh, and this, a new display assembly. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to go ahead and start by flipping over the laptop. So now we can go ahead and start taking apart the computer. So first of all, we're going to be needing a Phillips head screwdriver. Phillips head size 0 should work on these. You go ahead and place that there, inside of my screw tray. Then there's a few more screws on the bottom of the laptop for this bottom cover to come off. So after removing those screws, you should be able to lift up this small panel. There we go. And now, see, we have access to our RAM and our hard drive. So let's go ahead and set this to the side. Okay, so now, let's go ahead and do some further disassembly. So we have some more screws around here underneath that panel. So now we're going to be removing this entire bottom casing here. Make sure to keep track of all your screws like I'm doing here. Now that I've gotten all of that done, let's go ahead and remove the CD drive or DVD drive. So what we're going to want to do is remove the screw. So normally on laptops with a CD drive, the CD drive screw is either going to be under the back cover, or if it's over the back cover, it's going to be around this area near the CD drive, but closer to the center. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and place this one where that came from, and we can go ahead and slide out that CD drive and set that aside as well. Now, as you can see, we have revealed some more screws underneath the disk drive area. So what are we going to do? We're going to remove them. Alright, so now what you're going to want to do is go around the edges of the laptop. So you should see like a bit of a line there. Slot your flathead screwdriver or credit card or whatever it is, anything flat, like extremely thin, slot it inside of one of those holes. It should be able to easily slot in, and then start going around the premise of the laptop, and that should give you access to remove the back cover of the laptop. After you've done that, you're going to want to go ahead and flip your laptop over, open it up. So now, go ahead and, if you'd like, this is probably the easier way to do it, set it like this when you're opening it up. The bottom cover is now off of the laptop. You might see a few cables and gently remove it. So how I like to do it is to use your flathead, and push it gently up on one side and then once on the other. And then keep going like that until you get the cable out. Sometimes you can even use your fingers for these. So now, gently making sure that there's no more cables attached. Okay, so here we have our bottom cover. It is caked in dust. I have some cotton swabs to wipe off all the dust because dust can indeed damage your motherboard. Now that we've gotten all that dust off, there's even more on the hinges, sadly. So we're gonna have to remove that as well. First step is removing the hinge screws. Place that one off to the side here where I know I'll be able to get it. Now I'm gonna need all of these display connectors off of the laptop. You can go ahead and deroute the cable. Let's go ahead and connect the Wi-Fi antennas. Pull up on this tab, I believe, to remove that. Here is our entire computer, and we are going to go ahead and set that to the side. We'll go ahead and remove this. So we're gonna be removing the tape to remove this entire display cover. Here's our old hinge, one of them. Here's the other one, part of the other one. Okay, so now we're going to be transferring LCDs. So let's go ahead and remove this screw. And this one. I'm on the third one right now. Now for the fourth one. Now that I've removed all of those, I believe I can lift up the display. We're going to need to, as you can see right here, there is a cable. So we're going to need to remove it. So now, this is going probably to the bin. And let's grab our new part. Disassembled this assembly. Let's go ahead and flip these 90 degrees. Old cable, out you go. Now, I think that's all we needed to do for the display. So now after inserting these 4 screws, we can go ahead and reassemble the laptop. Okay, so now that we've snapped the display back together, here it is, a brand new assembly. So, let's go ahead and get our computer, by that I mean the rest of the computer, and reassemble the laptop. So, what we're going to want to do is set the laptop in like this, and you're going to want to push your hinges back down. After pushing the hinges back down, go ahead and reroute your cables and plug in your LCD cable by pushing it back into place. Okay guys, so now that we have some thermal paste, let's go ahead and replace the old one. The next thing that we're going to need to do is to reassemble the laptop connect the cable that was underneath the back casing first. The bottom casing first. So go ahead and reconnect that if you haven't already. Okay, so now that that's attached back in, we can go ahead and place down the bottom casing. Just gently push it in and back together. And now you can go ahead and start screwing things back in. We're in the home run right now. We're almost completed with this repair guide. If you have gotten so far into the video and you are following along by yourself, give yourself a pat on the back. You're doing really well, especially if this is your first repair. So now let's start by screwing in the screws that were underneath the DVD drive. I keep calling it a CD drive. We can go ahead and start screwing in the corner screws of the computer. We can go ahead and move on to the center screws. Okay, almost done, just a few more screws left. Now we're gonna go ahead and slot back in our CD drive, or DVD drive, I keep calling it a CD drive. And we should be good to go after putting its screw back in as well. Now, this laptop should be ready to go. So now let's test out its functionality to see if it's actually working. Now, it is looking like brand new. The hinges are working. So that is very nice. So, that's pretty much going to be it for today's video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay safe, guys. Hope this fixed your computer. Bye.